Hello and welcome back to As an Aggregator, a channel designed around connecting content consumers to content, one title and thumbnail at a time. If you feel sandboxed by your YouTube algorithm, this is how you escape your filter bubble. The value you receive is the content we curate because we provide a hypergraph edge. Introducing category-specific playlists. Today I'm excited to introduce you to our category-specific playlists, a key part of our category-specific quick pick series. This series, curated from Q3 2023 to Q4 2024, is designed to help you navigate through our curated content more efficiently. Main playlist, Culture Commentary 5. As you can see on your screen right now, this is a visualization of Culture Commentary 5. Currently, it is a dynamic playlist sorted by most popular. Now, Culture Commentary 5 is the main playlist in this series. This playlist is a dynamic collection of videos that we have updated for a specific time period, as described previously. This was a reflection of our Consume Digest from Q3 2023 to Q3 2024. And then we moved on to the next entry within this series, Culture Commentary 6, which is our current series iteration within our category-specific quick pick series for culture commentary. Continuing. Now, this playlist is dynamic specifically because as a content curator, we're able to change how we sort the playlist in order to affect the stratigraphy of the playlist. Right now, what you're viewing is a playlist sorted by most popular, but we could just as easily change the sort by date to date added newest, date added oldest, date published newest, and date published oldest. And that difference is the meta behind our category-specific derivative playlists. Now, the intent behind sharing content from our Consume Digest is to package it for other content consumers in the form of playlists. This way, you as a content consumer can take advantage of discovering interesting content via the titles and the thumbnails on your screen right now, or in your phone or in your computer through the links provided that give you a hypergraph edge to the content that we consume and curate in the form of playlists. This way, you can take advantage of interesting titles and thumbnails outside of your YouTube algorithm, outside of your personally managed and curated filter bubble. We provide this as an interesting addendum to what otherwise would be just our normal Consume Digest, just floating around. Hey, what type of content do you consume? I consume this, I consume that. To a certain extent, we have that in our capability. We can always go search for something. We can always ask someone for a recommendation. We can go on the internet. We can go on Reddit. We can find things. But it's one thing to go out and seek content. It's another to actually package the content of another content consumer and then rehypothecate it in a way that acts as a compression node for a whole lot of content that you may or may not have had access to previously. So that's what we're offering to content consumers, a way to bundle our content hypergraph in a meaningful way, and hopefully to provide content consumers with valuable content that can enrich their life. And then going forward saying, hey, well, is it possible to be a content curator? Now, feel free to leave a comment for any unique finds that you stumble upon while consuming this video or while taking a deep dive into some of the playlists that we curate. Okay, now, experimental context. We're also experimenting with category-specific derivative playlists to enhance your content consumption experience and add something new to the field of content curation on YouTube. These derivative playlists help us organize content more effectively and efficiently and provide you with different ways to engage with our videos. So as you may have seen on the screen, we already described, hey, well, this is a dynamic playlist. Why is it a dynamic playlist? Because we have the opportunity to change the sort by that gives us a different stratigraphy, so we can actually perceive the same grouping of videos in a different way. This is where we change the meta from simply content consumption to content curation, because as a consumer, I may be able to consume these videos within a specific manner, within a specific way, versus being able to change that changes the content consumption experience in and of itself. Okay, so let's take a look at Culture Commentary 5A. That is where we're at in terms of our category-specific derivative playlists. So what makes this a category-specific derivative playlist? Well, first and foremost, for the A series, it is a static playlist. So all category-specific derivative playlists are static playlists. Specifically for the A series, Culture Commentary 5A, it's sorted by date added newest. Now, we scrolled all the way back down. We can scroll all the way to the top. It's sorted by date added newest. So, yeah, experimental context. We're experimenting with category-specific derivative playlists, as we've discussed, and this will augment it, so it gives you as a content consumer a way to consume content in a different manner. Now, this is Culture Commentary 5A. Culture Commentary 5A is another derivative playlist sorted by date added newest. This means that every time we add a new video, it appears at the top of the list. This playlist keeps you up to date with our latest content from our specific time range when we were curating this category-specific quick pick from Q3 2023 to Q4 2024. Now, this ensures an interesting consume digest. So, now that we've established context for Culture Commentary 5A, let's take some time to just jump in and jump through and jump around and react to some of the content here. The Many Shapes of the Carbon Pulse, frankly, number 44. We're starting with, okay, so this is date added newest. So these were some of the oldest videos. When we start a new playlist, we make sure we have at least 50 videos in the main anchor playlist for Culture Commentary 5. And then after we have 50 plus videos, we start adding some of those videos to the derivative playlist videos to establish a baseline. And then we begin adding videos where we say, hey, should this be in the main anchor playlist or should this be in a derivative playlist? Integrated Information Theory, Theory of Everyone with Tyler Goldstein. Quantum Resistant Encryption. Monerica, The Yellow Pages of Monero. Are you an ethical tourist? Andrewism. Watching cricket explained for baseball fans and kind of getting it. No protocol. As far east as it goes. Michelle Gibson. What is it exactly about the world's disputed islands? Dehumanization of Palestinians in mainstream news and government continues. The Majority Report with Sam Cedar. World Climate Update, November 4th, 2023. The Doom Wizard, Objective Personality, FTX and NF Shortcomings, a little bit of social science culture commentary. Search for Uhuru, Mr. Beast is being labeled as a white savior, ... but here's the problem. Tasha K. Woman proves her love by tattooing her boyfriend's name on her forehead. Lian Yu, polyamory and asexuality. Chasing Consciousness podcast, breathwork explained. Darkash Patel, Andrew Roberts, why Hitler lost World War II, Churchill as applied historian and Napoleon as startup founder. Flossie Carter, Duracell M150 portable power station. So this is interesting, again, going into culture commentary itself, making an attempt to define this. Whoa, how red light therapy works for the brain, health as you age. So going back into culture commentary itself and thinking about it, discussing it, for so many different people. Oh, Free Thought Matters, Robert Sapolsky. So again, we are reacting to content. Coda's World, the button gets aggressive. Cut reaction. Now that was a funny video. Classic to unique, popular Japanese bakeries in town, the best for bread story. Foreign language, channel name. Continuing, People's Dispatch, dispatches from the Congo, the rise of Dan Gertler. Scrolling, on the trails of giants, Michelle Gibson. Secretary of Shade, Lloyd Austin goes AWOL, Alaska Airlines, Cat Williams goes off. This was an interesting era, actually, now that I'm kind of getting some of the information flooded back to me. LiveryVox audiobooks, The World's Best Orations, Volume 2. Very interesting. So again, this as different from 5A, as different from 5B, as different from 5C. Psychedelic Renaissance, the rise of the meaning economy, a major paradigm shift is coming, and this will reshape life and work, ! Writing as metacognition versus writing as content. That was a very impactful video for me. Eric Luttrell. Actually, yeah, we got to double back to that. Wow. Writing as metacognition. Scrolling. Navigating the New Media Landscape, CEC. The Last Theory. Who is Stephen Wolfram? A bit of natural science culture commentary. The Gamer Update, Optic Scump and Hex suing Call of Duty League. Nate Hagen's on energy, blindness, and society. Carcino for Life, Kanye West upset over Adidas lawsuit against him over Yeezy. Wow, so what does content mean to you? For me, this is a cross-section of my consumed digest for a specific time period as I see these titles and thumbnails and reflect upon which ones stand out in this present moment versus historically. It reminds me of a time and an era and connects me back to the content itself. U.S. Copyright Office, Hip Hop Beyond 50, protecting and promoting culture. Unlearning Economics, Thomas Sowell is worse than I thought. Live replay from Climate Chat, Climate Change, Choosing to Fail with climate scientist Kevin Anderson. Rune Soup, Kate Middleton, Willy Wonka and the Spice Memes of Arrakis, World Without Sin. So again, some very interesting content from our Consume Digest from 2023 and 2024. History Unplugged, the rise and fall of the global age of piracy and the history of pirates who inspired Jack Sparrow. Wow. Wow. Woo-wee. The origins of Hell on Earth, Planet Critical. So again, if you've already taken time to consume 5B or 5C, ask yourself a question about how this stratigraphy might influence your decisions as a consumer. Would you find this to be more useful if we changed the sort by date to most popular versus if we changed it to date published, newest, or oldest? Everyday AI, no, that's not how ChatGPT works. A beginner's guide on who to trust around large language models. Many isms of the meta crisis. Dr. Masood Raja, why Israel bombed the Iranian consulate, a little bit of geopolitical culture commentary. Funny Old World, Builders of the Ancient Mysteries, full documentary. That is esoteric culture commentary. Financial Prepper Checklist, no nonsense Forex. The Gamer Update. 100T Nade Shot, video games are out of control. The Analysis-News, genocide in Gaza. When does the history begin? Question mark. Scrolling. So again, this playlist has 311 videos. By this time, we made it to the top 40 videos in this playlist. Screen Fiend, Star Wars, The Phantom Menace, 25th Anniversary Movie Review. So again, this is culture commentary in general or culture commentary specifically. From technical grade culture commentary that one can think of as a lecture to generalized culture commentary that's just regular everyday people talking about how they feel and how they relate to the culture at large, what's going on, and how they seek to speak about it. Reddit to Speech, Europe's largest rare earth metal deposits discovered in Norway. And Reddit to Speech is a fascinating one where it's just, it exports Reddit World News entries into YouTube by using a text-to-speech engine. A fascinating aspect of content. So again, at this point, everything is a content marketing operation to me. And we've benefited by gaining access to so many different tributary systems. CEC, Career in Esports, Part 1. And then we finish out this entry with Benjamin Cowan, Bitcoin, The Beauty of Mathematics, Part 48. So that's where I'd like to leave things off today. If you have found this content and are looking for what to do next, wherever you find a playlist that you would like to return to in the future, click on the button shaped like a rectangle at the top with a triangular point extending upwards below, resembling a flag or banner, to add that playlist to your YouTube library. This has been a first order react to a category specific quick pick. First, we anchored the playlist because this playlist is not operating in isolation. This is just a category specific derivative playlist of Culture Commentary 5, and we described the context around what this playlist is or was, and then we linked it to one of the first entries in our category-specific derivative playlists as context. This has been As an Aggregator.